Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Solo Dolo episode number 25. Now, I hope you guys are ready. Today's date is November 14th. And for some of my folks out there that are ready, Walmart's having a sale for Black Friday sales. I'm just saying this because I saw it last night. So just letting you guys know. But let me catch you guys up on this week. Let me let you guys I'm gonna update you guys on what happened this week, why I didn't post, why I didn't post on Veterans Day, nor did I post on the Marine Corps' birthday. So reason being is, I didn't post on the Marine Corps' birthday because I'm gonna celebrate that day. I'm gonna take that day to really honor all my brothers that were in the service, all my sisters that were in the service too. Like this is for everybody, and it was just a very special day. So then Veterans Day came along, and you know me, I'm not gonna I posted an episode one time with my brother for Veterans Day, and that was about a year and some change ago. But this year was a little different, y'all. So I didn't post anything too out of respect. Um, and then just catching up with this week. So it's been a lot, y'all. I just recorded yesterday an episode with Strictly Chirps. I was just playing back the audio and realized that the mics, um, man, I don't know. It's always something. It's either the mics or the audio or not enough storage, yo. And if you guys notice and you've seen my videos, they're HD as fuck. They're HD to the max for a reason, and that's because I have it on some great settings. But it eats up a lot of storage, and lately I've been running out of storage. And I'm like, well, Jill, why don't you just free up space on your phone? Well, I got 256 gigabytes, and you think that's a lot? It ain't really a lot, y'all. And a lot of my editing apps that I use, everything, all the software and all the stuff that I use to make my podcast what it is, eats a lot on my phone. And before you say, hey Jill, why don't you just get another phone with a bigger storage? Well, if you guys can, you guys want to donate and help the podcast get a more storage on a bigger phone, let's make it happen. But right now I gotta make it, work with what I have. So other than that, y'all, it's been an exciting week. Just went up to Ventura over the weekend. Went out to visit, and it was cool. Went out to the Ventura State Beach. Interesting that you got to pay to go on the beach, which is interesting because I mean, I guess State Beach. I don't know. I never had that I had to go pay at a beach. So I went to I go to Oceanside. And that's where I was born and raised. Never had that issue. But it was cool. Ventura was cool. Went to downtown Ventura, tried a couple of restaurants. Honestly, downtown Ventura kind of looks like Santa Barbara, y'all. For my folks that haven't been out to Santa Barbara yet, it kind of looks, downtown looks similar. It almost looks similar ish. I say ish. But it was great. It was great going out there for the time that we spent. Came back, and actually on Saturday night, I did an interview with my sister's fiance and her uncle, and his uncle. Not her uncle, but his uncle. And we sat down, talked about some trading card game, TGI. Yeah, I don't know what the I means, but we're gonna get there. But we talked about One Piece actually, so I hope you guys are ready for that episode coming out soon. But we'll talk about One Piece and the card game and the importance of it, how it's a community, and so much more. There's a lot to it when it comes to card games. And even talking about card games, actually last night, y'all, I was out in Temecula and went out to go get some food. And as I'm out there, there's a couple folks waiting outside the GameStop, right next to Panda Express, and I'm just looking at it, and I told my lady, I was like, $20 tells me that they're waiting for like, I don't know, I think it's a Pokemon release because I mean back in the day, folks would line up for Call of Duty, but now it's all digital, so. And Lord knows, hold and behold, like we go there, and I asked the gentleman there, and they were waiting for some Pokemon card release that just happened at 10 a.m. So right now, at possibly all the stores, all the GameStops right now are filled with people in line, and some people were so committed that they even waited since last night. And I'm talking about like 8 p.m. 8 p.m. And for the folks that were waiting overnight, they were out there camping. It was raining. It's still raining right now. Like it's on and off showers, y'all, and the little storm coming our way. So that's gonna be fun. But I want to say big thank you to this podcast episode's sponsorship. Shout out to Dime Ministries. I want to shout out also Hello Mary. Want to shout out Live Life Roll Dice. Want to shout out the Mud. Let's see. Puffco Repair. Shout out to Puffco as well. Um, let's see. Shout out to Gallant Gravity. Um, Plug Rosin. Strictly Lit. For all the brands that have been supporting the podcast, thank you guys for sponsoring and showing love and support to the podcast in one way or another. So thank you guys very much. And also, since I'm doing shout outs, I want to shout out to the that Turn Pod girl. If you guys haven't tapped into her profile, she is a representative for Turn Pod. If you catch her in your local San Diego events, it's hard not to see her. She's an awesome person, hands down to earth, like great vibes, great personality and everything. And she's representing Turn, the company, perfectly. And honestly, shout out to her. She even showed some love and support to the podcast, even hooked the podcast up with a Turn Pod battery. Not just a small one, but one of those for the pods. So I got a full set. I just got to go get myself a little pod to put in there. So I'm excited about that. And she's actually replacing the all-in-one pen that I was gifted by her. Fortunately, the pen it leaked through, and that happens. But it is what it is, y'all. But shout out to her for making it right, and actually, she's gonna replace it. So I'm pretty grateful for that, y'all. Other than that, let's see. I started going on TikTok Live, everybody. So you can catch me on TikTok Live here and there. I'm trying to make a little income right now. So far, we're at $2.60. Trying to get to $2.69. I'm trying to make enough money to buy a bag of hot Cheetos, y'all. A cent away can keep the doctor away. But all jokes aside, so I was on TikTok last night, y'all. And it was a vibe. It started off with 3 people, 4, 8, and then I brought the Puffco out. And for some magical reason, bringing out the Puffco, and before I dive into this whole Puffco story, I want to let everybody know that I am not promoting cannabis. I'm not telling you to go do this. I'm not telling you to go do that. To each their own. If you are barely tapping into the podcast, let me give you guys a little backstory on why I do what I do. So I've been alcohol free for over about 6 years now. Not a single drop of alcohol, and it's been a lot of work to get to this point. But I do think cannabis, doing my research medically has helped me a lot. It's helped me get off of opiates. It's helped me get off of alcohol. So I'm very blessed for that. And like I said, I'm not out here telling you guys you need to go do this, do that, do this. No, to each their own, and like I said, viewer discretion is advised. So at the end of the day, this is not a cannabis podcast. This is society, comedy, and culture. And cannabis is part of the culture. It's part of society. And there's a little comedy to it with little jokes. So here's a little joke on it. So I'm on live, y'all, and it was a vibe. It ended up being 100 and something fucking people. And I'm like, oh shit, I've never seen so many. And people were just eager to see the Puffco, right? Wanted to see me take a dab of the Strictly Lit, had some grapes and cream. Shout out to them. Strictly Lit had some fire ass grapes and cream. I liked it. It was very, very good. Hands down. And so folks were getting excited. And then comes this one dude. I wish I remembered his handle name, but I don't. Ended up reporting the chat. He reported the live because he was like, oh, you shouldn't be smoking on live. You shouldn't be smoking. And I'm like, wow, I just killed the whole vibe. Let me do my thing, man. There's 100 other Instagram lives you can check out, but you get those haters and ones and twos. And unfortunately, he reported the thing, and it got shut down. So that sucks. Instead of making some decent dinero off of that, I ended up making 30 cents because of the report, because I got reported. That happens. And then afterwards, try to feel all bad because he reported me. Bro, you just killed a whole 100 and something people vibe party down the drain. But for all the new followers on TikTok, make sure you follow me at Around the Loop Podcast, Instagram at Around the Loop Podcast, magically Facebook for the elderly people at Around the Loop Podcast. So one way or another, we can stay connected. But I appreciate you guys. And big shout out to Catalyst and the THC Club, members only club, for inviting the podcast or inviting me to come out to the High Tides and Good Vibes on the weekend. And it was a phenomenal event, y'all. Honestly, it was a free event, which was it was dope. Free event, come on, who doesn't like free? All you had to do was travel. Parking wasn't even bad. There was enough parking on the street, so I thought. And vendors were great. A lot of great food vendors. The lemonade stand, the food vendors, the barbecue, the mochi donuts. them folks were holding it down. All the food vendors were holding it down, especially the glass people that have their glass products out there too. All my cannabis folks out there too, like holding it down. Like I appreciate, seeing all the familiar faces, all the returning faces, and new faces. And shout out to the homegirl from Catalyst. If you guys, run into her, you'll know who she is. She's very unique, and definitely she's an artist too as well. So tap in with her. You'll know. If you go to Catalyst in San Diego, let them know that Around the Loop podcast sent you. And great people, honestly. Great family. Love them. And, there's more to come. There's more to come. Hopefully more events coming up soon. And we'll go from there. So today, y'all, if you guys are curious what I got going on, just finishing some video editing. I just posted a short little video on Instagram. Shout out to Empire Smokes. Empire Smokes sent the podcast a little care package. And it was dope. Got a little out of this world care package, and out of this world mean like I had a glass piece that was like a galaxy astronaut. It was pretty cool for the proxy. I got gifted some pearls. They're UV reacting though, and unfortunately I don't have a black light to show you guys the different colors, but they're really, really nice according to the online picture. Got gifted a dab tool, this little rocket ship. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a carb cap tool. I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out. A pivot stand, but unfortunately I don't have a Puffco pivot. And I thought about it. I put some thought. Maybe, Joe, do you want to pivot? Like, do you want to have a pivot with you instead of having your whole Puffco? But I really do enjoy having my Puffco. And I mean, yeah, the pivot's cool. Don't get me wrong. And I might want to get one down the road for $130. That's not a bad gig. Not a bad gig at all. But I do want to, I don't know. I was tempted to get the new proxy, because the new proxy, you can control it with your phone and change the colors and the heat temps. And I think that's cool. But I also like the Peak Pro, and I mean that one's who's gonna deny wanting a Peak Pro? It's like it's the bad of the bad. But unfortunately, that bad boy is a little 450 buckaroos, and that hurts the soul. And I don't even have on 450 buckaroos, and I'm not planning to spend that or invest that much right now, unfortunately. So, I do what I have with my old proxy. Shout out to Puff Coil Repair for the big chamber. So makes a difference, y'all. It makes a difference, and we going, we're making it happen. But this solo episode is just to give you guys an update what happened so far of this week. Also with a little care package video that I sent out, more active on TikTok. And the Catalyst event was phenomenal. And shout out to Tomorrow's Bad Seeds that were performing as well. If you guys haven't checked them out, they just started their tour. They kicked off their tour basically at the event, so that was neat. Yeah, so that was tight, and there's more footage to come, y'all. There's more footage. I'm still putting it together, so stay tuned for that. So I hope you guys have some great plans. Thanksgiving's coming up for folks that are gathering, like, gather with your loved ones if you can. For all my folks in the military that can't travel or can't leave, or at the schoolhouse or some sort of training or deployment, whatever, etc. All I gotta say is make what you have right there. So what you have around you, that's family right there. That's your Thanksgiving. Whether it's just a moment of sharing a meal together. It don't have to be nothing crazy. I mean, shoot, I remember one Thanksgiving I was in Fort Lawson Woods. We're so late into the chow hall meal because we were invited to the dinner, ran out of food, unfortunately, so we didn't have any. So we went to the chow hall, ended up having a ham and cheese sandwich for Thanksgiving. That was tight. But it was the moment of sharing the meal with one another, so that was the cool part. So yeah, make sure you have some plans coming up, because I'm telling you, as soon as Thanksgiving ends, it's Black Friday, and boom, Christmas in a blink of an eye. And I really wish December would last a little longer, but it flies by, and next thing you know, we're gonna be in 2026, y'all, and hopping in 2026. It's gonna in March we'll hit 2 full years of the podcast. And it's been a fascinating journey, honestly. It's been a fascinating journey. All me, myself, and I met a lot of phenomenal people, which I'm truly blessed. And thank you to every single one of you guys that have followed the podcast, that have showed love and support. For the folks that are sharing it on their pages, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Like, I couldn't have done it without y'all. And especially shout out to my love bug for being my motivation and pretty much everything for for the podcast. She's helped me out tremendously and really made an impact to who I am and how I conduct myself on the show and how I conduct myself in person as well. So, big thank you to her because she's out here making big changes as well. So I'm very proud of her. And just to let you guys know, a little announcement, everybody. I hope you guys are ready. So next Friday, possibly next Friday or even sooner, y'all. Maybe even sooner. Maybe Wednesday. Next Wednesday, possibly gonna start selling tamales. Gonna start on the res first. I'm gonna be selling tamales on the res first for all my folks in Palma Reservation that are hearing this. The invitation's open. Hopefully by next Wednesday, I'll keep you guys in tune. I'll post videos on Instagram, let you guys know, keep you updated. Possibly next Wednesday, I'll be selling tamales out there. No name to the company is Around the Loop. Around the Loop does it all. We do tamales, podcasting, cinema videos, music videos, you name it. There ain't nothing that this man don't do. So stay tuned for some green chile, salsa verde with some pollo. So that's how I'm going to do them. And for my folks who don't know what that is, it's green chili sauce with chicken. So come get them. Right now we're going to price them at $35 for the dozen. And a lot of folks are selling them for $35, $40, $50. It just depends. But hey, I'm telling you guys, it's worth the investment when you come and check out my tamales because I make them by hand. There's no gimmicks. I make the salsa all fresh in house. The only thing I don't make fresh is the chicken. I let the Lord do his thing. That's really it, yo. So tap in. Single tamales are either going to be about $3.50 each. And it's a fair price. It's a fair price. And plus, I'm going to be doing it there at the kitchen. So you guys coming out. I'll do 2 shifts, one during lunchtime and one during afternoon. So for my folks on the res that are ready to have some good lunch, coming out around noon, I'll be having the tamales ready. And then about 3 to 4 p.m., I'll be having the night tamales ready. Same exact ingredients. It's just for the folks that missed it during the day. And we're going to start off with, once a week. And if it rolls well, maybe twice a week. It just depends on how it goes. And the goal is to raise some money to, get some Christmas gifts for folks, upgrade some equipment for the podcast, lighting, lenses, media, storage, etc. Things I need to really level up and make a bigger difference. And it's all going for a great cause, but, pretty much I'm trying to earn the money so I can make some sweatshirts, hoodies for you guys to sell because, it takes money to make money. So ain't that a thing? But for all my folks out there, I really appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys have been fantastic, showing nothing but love and support to this podcast. Also, check out a couple of my folks out here. Go check out Cam 14K. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, brother, for it's your birthday, man. And I wish you nothing but the best. I'm not going to disclose your age, but I'm going to, say, hey, happy birthday, brother. And if you guys haven't checked out his music, Cam 14K is a legend coming out of Oceanside, California. All his music hits. I swear, you can bang it loud in your car. You can blast it loud in your car, and it'll slap. Certified slapper, multi-million-dollar in the making. So he's an up and coming artist. And stay tuned. Cam 14K. Cam 14K. Check him out. Happy birthday, man, and I hope you have a great one. Also, all my other people, check out Live Life Roll Dice, Out the Mud, Off the Charts Vista. Got to show love to my people. Well Greens, got to show love to all my Well Greens locations. Cake House, show love to them as well. Catalyst too, much love. Check out Wander Bar for all my folks trying to get their minds elevated right. Go check out Triple B too. He's out there making moves. His comeback is coming like crazy. Check him out. Great artist too. Thank you, Hemperco, for honestly providing a lot of love to this podcast. Sponsoring the podcast too, showing a little love here and there. Sent me care packages, and I was even able to do a raffle and give that away to somebody, y'all. And shout out to SoCal Dabber. Actually, he won. Went down to San Diego. I drove all the way down to San Diego. I had an interview down in Encinitas, so the drive wasn't too bad. But from there to San Diego, dropped off the gift personally on Halloween, just so you can have a spooky dab on the house, and it was great. So thank you, Hemperco, for showing unconditional love. Thank you, Rosalind Direct. Thank you, Hello Mary. All these brands that have been showing love and support. Toro too. Toro, if you guys haven't checked out Toro Eyewear, Go check out Toro Eyewear for all my folks with big heads, all my construction workers, all my low voltage, all my folks out there that need some really nice glasses. Go check out Toro Eyewear. Let them know that Around the Loop podcast sent you. Stay tuned for a commercial coming soon, y'all. So thank you guys for tapping in on today's Dolo episode number 25 with a quick little update of my live. A couple more events coming out. I think Sunday, fourth quarter rated is going to be having an event, and if it still rains, we might have to switch it up. If not, I'll be out there. Also, Saturday, we were supposed to have an event with JoJo Too Faded, but that got postponed to December 6th, y'all. So stay tuned for December 6th. JoJo Too Faded is going to be performing in Escondido, and it's going to be hosted by Zooted Records. Shout out to the homie Zooted for making the things happen, for wanting me to be a part of this event. And, I love the community. I love what he does. And stay tuned, y'all. If you haven't checked out with Zooted, you're missing out. Thank you guys again for today's episode. Solo Dolo episode number 25. Check out some new songs, maybe like from Big X The Plug, Cam 14K, the homie Balance. If you haven't checked out, he been dropping song back to back to back. Also check out the homie Kelken, Kelken. Check him out. He's got some bangers. He just dropped one too, Apple and on all platforms. And for the folks that have been curious what happened to AAA, well, he's coming back and coming out with Red Wine. So if you guys haven't tapped in with him, stay tuned. Check everybody out. They're all phenomenal artists. I'm very proud of every single one of them. Shout out to A1 Beans. Shout out to Bishop. Shout out to JoJo. Shout out to YT. Like all the phenomenal artists that I've met. Shout out to Jay Crunk too. Like I didn't forget about him too. He's been working hard, and he's also tackling fatherhood. So it's a journey. It's a journey to learn about fatherhood through these men that I've interviewed, through these people, and it's a beautiful thing to learn. And so, like I said, y'all, thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed today's day. Stay warm, stay, safe. People out on the roads, keep your distance. Don't try to be nut to butt, because accidents happen in a blink of an eye. You think you might be an A-grade driver? You might be. But the homie behind you, the homegirl behind you, or in front of you ain't. So, have precaution. Make sure you make it home safe, y'all. And make sure that you guys can listen to the next week's episode. Stay tuned for Monday's episode. We got cool episode dropping with Strictly Lit, the owner, actually Tony Lit. So it's a part one. It's part one because I ran out of memory. I'm gonna be honest with you. Transparency is key. So there's gonna be part 1, 2, 3, and 4. So tap in, y'all. Tap in with the Strictly Lit crew. And like I said, thank you guys for supporting the podcast. We're gonna make things happen. I'm gonna make shit happen for y'all. And yeah. So have a great day, y'all.